routine to come on his show. I was told by the segment producer that he had seen me on TV and wanted me on his show. And 3 weeks after appearing, and often, these sort of segments that he makes special for you, they're regular, a kind of an audition to become a contributor. And 3 weeks into it, that was proved true to me when his executive assistant sent me an email inviting me to have dinner with him at the Bel Air Hotel, saying he would be in Los Angeles. I was really excited because I wanted to talk about my career prospects at Fox News. And I didn't have to bring them up because at the beginning of the dinner, he brought it up, telling me that Roger Ailes, I didn't even know who Roger Ailes was at that point, was a friend of his, and the two of them would like to sign off on me as a contributor, a paid contributor. And then we talked about everything else during the dinner. I'm a relationship expert, a psychologist. People confide to me in all kinds of things, and I will leave all that conversation to private, and is this not relevant here? And then at the end of the dinner, he said, let's get out of here. So I assumed we were going to the bar to finish a conversation about my career prospects. And when we walked past the hostess stand, I turned left towards the bar. He turned right towards the suites, the rooms. And we didn't even realize we were walking away from each other until a moment later we turned, and it was kind of awkward. And I said, I think the bar is this way. And he said, no, come on, come back to my suite. And I said, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And he said, what, do you think I'm going to attack you or something? And I said, try to save. I don't want the big boss mad at me. So I just said, Bill, we're both raising teenage girls. I think it's important that we model good choices. He sighed and said, okay. And we went into the bar. Admittedly, it was very busy. It was the night before the Academy Awards. We had a bad table beside the piano. We couldn't hear well. And he immediately became angry, hostile, and insulting to me. And you could see that, this whole bar experience lasted maybe 15 minutes. Enough for me to get a glass of soda water and him to complain about the price of it. And then I left. And so then I spent a few months trying hard to save the relationship, sending flattering emails. This is what victims of sexual harassment do all the time. We think, well, I'll let him know I'm not a threat. I'll let him know I'm not litigious. I'll get the job he promised me. And I watched him grow colder, more avoidant, more withdrawn on set. There was no chit-chat on the commercial break anymore. And then the last time I saw him, I happened to be in New York on book tour, and I sat down on set with him, and he totally ignored me, except to look up from his script at one point and say, when are you leaving? And then later had the executive producer, David Tabikoff, call me and say, we're going to put your segment on hold. But they didn't ever bring it back.
Wendy, did it come from out of nowhere, that moment where you felt, this is the moment? Does that surprise you, or as the evening wore on, were you getting clues that you might want to go in that direction?
I actually didn't, and I'm a psychologist. I'm usually pretty good at this. He said a few things like, you're a very beautiful woman, but I work in the television business. It's a visual medium. It's something I've heard before. He wasn't overly flirtatious. He talked to me as adults do, often, even in business dinners, about the things we care about most, our own relationships, our families, our children. And so, again, I just thought it was, a somewhat pleasant and somewhat intimate, though not sexual, business dinner. And I marched toward that bar thinking he was walking right beside me. That's where we were going. I never thought the invitation to his bedroom.
But today, in the Oval Office, the President of the United States said about this, I don't think Bill did anything wrong. Your reaction to that?
It's so disgusting. I feel like President Trump is making our entire country a hostile environment for working women. He shows such utter disregard for half of the population, even though he's supposed to be the president for all of us. He stands by Bill O'Reilly, who has had 6 women, according to the New York Times, complain of sexual harassment. 2 of them, according to the New York Times, have recordings about some things that I may not even be able to say on your show. Really vile, sexually explicit stuff. In Wendy's case, he's accused of depriving her of a job to which she was otherwise entitled. And this president of ours stands by Bill O'Reilly. It's just disgusting.